Hi everyone, I hope you're doing very well. I am here today to share with you my secret to getting a perfect base. So without further ado, let's get started. So this is no hidden truth guys that whenever you are doing a base, it's extremely important that you well prepare your skin for it, which means that you load it on with a lot of moisturizer. Moisturizer that of course is for your skin type. Now if you have an oily skin, I would recommend don't not apply a moisturizer. In fact, the oilier that your skin is, the more moisturizer that you need, because that obviously means that the water content is less in your skin and the oil dispersion is a lot more than what it's required or that is considered as normal. Hence, if you have an oily skin, go for a gel based moisturizer that will hydrate your skin while it will not make it greasy. And of course, if you have a skin like mine, which is dry or combination, then should you go for a moisturizer that is loaded with a lot of hydrogen or hyaluronic acid or anything to do with moisturizing and hydrating properties. It's all right if your moisturizer slightly is greasy because that will finally just help to keep the moisture content onto your skin. It will lock it, it will keep it onto your skin for longer number of hours, and that way your skin is not going to feel dehydrated or that your base will look patchy during the day because it's gone dry or ran out of moisture level or hydration level. And of course, please drink lots of water. I keep reminding myself also to have a lot of water during the day because there's nothing better than doing that to make sure that your skin is naturally well hydrated. So moving on to the next thing, I have already moisturized my skin. I have applied a face oil from Milani. You may have seen me use that in my earlier videos as well. It is the Prep and Bright Rose Face Oil from Milani, and I have also used the Clinique Hydrating Jelly, which is again a very popular product. Once I applied that, I will now go on to the next product, which is the primer. So I'm going to be using the Benefit Cosmetics Pore Professional Hydrate Primer. This, as I said, my skin is dry. I like to use something which is hydrating. So that means even my primer should be hydrating. And because it is going to hydrate my skin, it will, of course, because it's a primer, it will also help to diminish the appearance of any fine lines and open pores. How should you be applying a primer? You can apply it with your fingertips like I'm doing right now. Or you can also apply it with a flat synthetic brush preferably, because anything that is creamy in texture is well blended onto your skin with a synthetic brush. Starting from the T-zone, which is this area, which is the center of your forehead, center of your chin, and area which is close to your nose, which is here. These are the areas that you should apply a primer on, because really here is where you do have a lot of open pores, visible open pores, and maybe fine lines as well. If you do have a lot of laugh lines, then it's a good idea to just blend it here around your mouth area to ensure that those lines are also somewhat taken care of. Please remember, this is not magic, guys. It is only a quick fix. It is makeup. It may give you a good effect maybe as soon as you've applied it, and during the day it will obviously wear off. So it's all right, but the beauty about this primer is that you can apply this after your entire makeup is also done. So during the day, if you need a touch up, you can take this a little on your fingertips, just warm up the product. It's a balmy texture, and then just apply it on the T-zone and wherever else that you feel that you are getting to see or can see the open pores or fine lines. It will not disturb your makeup, I promise. I've done that and I've tried it. Okay, now I will be using the concealer. Now there are ways that you can use correctors, concealers. If you have any kind of acne prone skin and you have a lot of blemishes, you have a lot of redness going on your skin, then I would recommend you using a green color corrector, because in the theory of color, the green helps to neutralize or cut down the redness on your skin. Whereas anything that is to do with a lot of shadows, a lot of blue, a lot of darkness around your eyes, around your mouth, or anywhere else, for example, you have pigmentation here or somewhere else on your face, then I would recommend you using a orange color corrector. Now, the one that I'm using today is from the brand Cover FX. I love this brand. I only wish and I hoped for it that it did not discontinue. Until recently, it was available in almost all of the Sephora stores, online, offline, both. You can still try your luck. Sometimes some stores have, they do have some products from Cover FX. This is the orange color corrector. Having said that, it's not that you will not find this in any other brand. You can also find a color corrector in orange color in almost all brands. Smashbox has it, L'Oreal has it, Lakme has it. Your other brands like Makeup Forever has it. So from, be it a class or a masstige brand or a premium to luxury brand, all of them have got orange color corrector or correctors for that matter. I'm using this because this is what I have right now with me. Of course, once this is fully consumed, I will have to look for a orange color corrector, maybe in Makeup Forever or Smashbox, because those are the other two brands that I really do recommend for correctors. Okay, now I usually don't use correctors every time that I am doing my base because I don't need a corrector all that much. I have noticed on me, even a good concealer does the job perfectly well. However, because I'm here to show you how you can create a perfect base, I don't have any redness as you can see, but I do have a bit of shadow, some purple blue veins that are visible closely, of course. Around my nose, I have broken capillaries. I have some blue veins which are visible around my eyes. So this will help me to color correct that. So taking it on a 2224 brush from MAC Cosmetics. I love this brush because you can really get a nice soft effect. It will never pick the product too much and you will never regret having to take a lot of it. And with correctors, you got to be really careful, guys, because they are highly pigmented, so the color is really strong, and when you apply little, trust me, less is more with correctors. It goes a far way. So applying this here on my inner corner of the eyes, because that is where I really do need a corrector. I don't need it all the way there. So if you don't need it all the way to the end of your eye, don't apply it. Only apply a corrector where it's really required. One second, I'm just gonna grab a mirror so I can see myself closely. Yeah. Okay, now I will apply it similarly here on just the inner corner of my eyes. And a little bit around my mouth area, because here I definitely do have a bit of unevenness going on. So I do like to, if I'm applying a corrector, I would want to go and apply it a little bit here. And of course, around my nose area where I do have broken capillaries. On my brush, I'm not going to take anything more. Whatever excess I have on my brush is what I'm going to take and just put it across my forehead wherever I see concern areas. That's it. Now I will be using the NC42 Studio Finish Concealer from MAC Cosmetics. You would already know this is my favorite concealer. Eyes closed, I go for this concealer. NC42 is my color. If you are looking for a color in this range for yourself, I would highly recommend to drop by at a MAC Cosmetics store and find your color there. If you like something which is full coverage but not cakey, it's creamy, it's hydrating, because like I said, my skin is dry, this works perfectly well for me. Again, I'm taking this on my 2224 brush from MAC and applying it on the inner corner, under eye area. And with the same brush, I'm just going to go over my eyelid as well. Instead of taking more product on my brush, whatever that I do have on my brush already is what I will take and just blend it all across. Now that I have applied this, I can wait, stop and see if I need more. Now if you look at my eyes, you can clearly see the difference. I think this looks nice, but I can go a tad bit more, not with the concealer, but with the foundation later on, because I will be showing you a technique of which I'm sure you may have already seen with a lot of other YouTubers, of brightening your under eyes. So because I will be adding more product under eye, I don't want to add more concealer right away. If at all needed, I will take that decision later on once I've completed my foundation. This I'm doing so that I don't end up caking my under eye. You know, if I apply too much concealer now, then I apply the foundation, then I again apply a lighter color foundation or a concealer over. That's a lot of product under eye, and because we blink our eyes a million times in a day when we smile, you know, there's a lot of activity happening around your eyes, and that's when the product tends to enter the fine lines if it's too much of it and it becomes cakey. So go less, guys. Less is more is the mantra when it comes to makeup. I always like to build my makeup and never just go with it all at once. So same thing I'm going to be doing here, which is whatever excess I have in my brush, I'm going to take that and apply it all over the eyelid. As you can now see that my skin is looking very clean with the help of a corrector and concealer, I will now move on to my foundation. There are so many foundations available in the market. I will never say take this, take that. I will tell you what is good for me, what's currently doing well for me. Foundations also change as your skin changes with time and age, or just simply because of seasons. Currently, the one that I am using and I have been using for a while, in fact, is the Stila All Day Foundation. This is in the color Golden 10, and I do have the same foundation in tone 6 as well. So I basically use this all over my face, and then I use this because it's tone 6. It's obviously lighter. I use this just around my T-zone area to brighten up the overall look of my face. So I will now go ahead and apply the foundation using a stippler brush from MAC. Whenever you apply a foundation, it is best to start from the center of your face, because here is where you have the maximum area, you know, on your face, and then it's easy for you to blend it across the face close to your hairline versus starting from the corners. Also, when you will start from the corners, you will end up having too much product here, which is where you do have facial hair, and that means you're clogging the product there, and that's going to look extremely cakey as the day goes by. In fact, it will become very difficult for you to blend even at the time of application of the makeup. So with the stippler brush, I'm just going in a circular or a back and forth motion depending upon the way my face is shaped and where I need to do what. Just make sure you apply the foundation very well around and along the periphery of your face. It should be well blended into the hairline as well, so that there are no lines of demarcation, and you know, when someone looks at you, they shouldn't be able to tell, okay, this is where her foundation ends. That's really you know, a sign of bad foundation or a bad base technique. Okay, so now that I have applied the foundation, I will, which is Golden 10, I will now use the tone 6. Like I said, this is a shade, not a shade, but a few shades lighter than my skin tone. So I'm not going to be using as much as I did with, or I took on my brush, the Golden 10 color, which is my shade. I will then be using, you know, really little, because less is more, guys. Remember that. One golden rule that I have learned over so many years of being in the industry is that you must use little, build as you go. It's always easier to do that instead of removing and getting into the hassle of, you know, patting it down or buffing it down. I mean, that's a lot more time taking, frankly, versus this. So I really did take little and applied it on the inner corner and this part, this is a triangle that you want to highlight. So this is the area that you want to really highlight. Again, you can apply a little on your nose, whatever excess you have on your brush, you take that and apply it on the center of your forehead, center of your chin. You don't need more product, guys. Trust me, there's enough and more in your brush already. And then just blend it really well. It's a skin brightening powder, it's a color correcting powder, and I really do like this because it not only helps to again color correct my skin while it also makes it look brighter, and of course does the job of setting my foundation and keeping it in place for longer number of hours. The best way of applying a powder on your skin when it is really wet from all the moisturizer and concealer, foundation, all the creamy products that you've used is by patting it at first. Also, if you notice, especially around my eyes, I'm going from out to in versus the other way around, because if you ever notice, your fine lines are in the direction from being in to out. If you also apply a powder in that direction, you're almost going into the fine lines versus going the opposite direction, which will help to diminish the appearance of fine lines. So that's another pro tip that I actually learned while I used to work backstage with celebrities and models. This is something that was taught to us, and I think it really benefited me because I still use that technique for myself and for everyone else, whenever I touch someone's face and I'm doing a makeup. This is how you will get a perfect base. I hope this video was helpful, it was informational, it was educative for you. I will be back in a moment by doing my eyebrows and a little bit of blush and a little bit of lip color just to complete this look. So that's really it, guys. I hope you liked the video. I did go off camera and I did my eyebrows, added a bit of color to my cheeks and lips so that it can show you how the base is going to really turn out with a little bit of makeup on it. This is my way of doing my base, and I hope I was able to share with you some secrets of the trade, and this video that was helpful, educative, and information, full of information for you. Alright, so you guys have a lovely week ahead of you. Until we meet next time, bye.